A master stood before two students. One had memorized every sacred text. The other could not read a single word. When the master chose the second man as his successor, the monastery fell silent. Not from anger, from confusion. How could someone who had never read the teachings carry them forward? That question is older than any monastery wall. And the answer cuts deeper than most of us expect. Buddhism has always held a quiet suspicion of accumulated knowledge. Not because learning is wrong, but because there is a difference between carrying a map and knowing the terrain. A student can recite the path to liberation word for word and still be completely lost. The tradition points again and again to direct experience, to presence, to the quality of awareness a person brings to each ordinary moment. The woodcutter came to the master not with scrolls, but with calloused hands and a mind uncluttered by doctrine. He chopped wood. He carried water. He did not debate the nature of suffering. He simply met each moment without the noise of interpretation layered over it. When the master observed him, he did not see ignorance. He saw something rarer, a mind that had never learned to be anywhere other than here. The scholar, brilliant as he was, had spent years building a palace of concepts, beautiful from the outside. But he lived in his head, not in the world. The woodcutter had no such palace. He was, in a sense, already free of the very thing the scholar was still trying to dismantle. There are three things worth sitting with here. First, knowledge and wisdom are not the same river. One is collected, the other is lived. Second, the mind that is full of answers often has no room left for truth. The Zen teachers called this beginner's mind. Not ignorance, but openness. A cup already full cannot receive anything new. Third, realization does not require credentials, it requires honesty. The woodcutter was honest with each swing of the axe. That honesty was his practice, whether he named it that or not. You have probably met someone like this. Not a scholar, not a teacher by title, but someone whose presence made you feel strangely calm. Someone who listened without preparing their next sentence. That quality is not accidental. It is cultivated, sometimes without even trying, by a life lived close to the present moment. This week, notice one moment when you reach for an explanation instead of simply being with what is. Just notice. You do not need to fix it. Awareness is already the beginning of the shift. If this brought you a moment of stillness, subscribe and walk this path with us. The woodcutter never learned to read the teachings. He had simply become them.